Oh, don't tell me you got snowed in again last night.
No, I just got here. Vicky called and told me to get down here, something about Star.
Well, she called and told me the same thing.
Star's okay, right?
She's fine.
Come on in, I guess, right?
Where's Vicky?
She's out someplace, I don't know.
Oh, no, this is another setup.
Wow. Pregnant and paranoid.
Oh, come on. You're the one that suckered me down into the sun yesterday and pulled the big switcheroo with Briggs. When this time you're doing the same con, except with Vicky. Well, I'm not falling for it today, okay, Todd?
Oh, hello, Mrs. Manning. I'm sorry I didn't hear the bell. I was in the kitchen.
Hello, Lois.
Lois, why don't you tell Blair when Vicky's gonna get back?
Oh, any minute. And Mrs. Carpenter told me to make sure that you wait for her in the library.
So you sure that you didn't know anything about this?
No. You want coffee?
Look, I'm going to give Vicky 10 minutes just as a courtesy to her, and then I'm out of here.
I'm sure there's nothing wrong with Star.
She's fine.
I feel like the Pony Express. Here you go. Special delivery.
What is it?
That is instructions from Dorian to you on how to organize and run a fashion show. My fax machine has been spitting these pages out for over an hour.
Oh, it's kind of a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, I had no idea planning this thing would be so much work when I told Aunt Doreen I'd do it.
I expect that's why Dorian was so thrilled when you agreed to run it.
Vicky, look at all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is insane.
Well, chin up. It is for a very good cause, isn't it? Speaking of which, Todd and Blair are probably at my house by now, and I have to get back there because I'm going to bring them up to speed on what has been done for Star, what's being done for Star, and what needs to be done for Star. Good luck, sweetie pie.
Thank you. Thanks for this. Thanks. I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead.
Kelly,
I'm completely dead.
you don't look too bad to me.
Look at this. Look at this. I have to find a place for a fashion show. I have to order food, send invitations. I got to get models. This is like too much. I can't do this.
Yes, you can, because I'm going to help you.
Good morning.
Andrew.
You're not leaving already, are you? There isn't a train to Baltimore for another few hours.
Actually, I wanted to ask you a question. Have you noticed a book of mine lying around? It's a dark red cover, red tasseled
No, I
bookmark.
haven't. Why?
Well, it's missing, and I had some important notes in it.
You sure you brought it with you? You didn't leave it at home.
Well, it's possible, but, you know, I noticed that my luggage had been gone through, and there's no mistaking that. Things had been rearranged.
No, there is no mistaking that. Uncle John, maybe this is none of my business.
Something about the book?
Not necessarily. I think it would be wrong of me not to tell you that I caught Maggie and Ian Armitage in my office in the rectory, and they were involved in an argument, very heated, in fact.
Go on.
They said they were looking for something in your suitcase.
And you let them?
I assumed they had your permission. Obviously, I was wrong. She is your daughter, and I asked her if she was all right. She said she was, and I had my reservations, but...
I see.
Do you want to tell me what this is about? Were they looking for the book? And who is this Ian Armitage? I just don't understand how he can pop into Maggie's life and seem to affect her so strongly.
Renee, I'm gonna go sit with Ian.
Well, suit yourself, or seat yourself, I should say.
I'll explain it to you.
Okay, you still want your coffee? Yes, please, as fast as I can get it.
You got it. Thank you. Hi. Can I join you?
Yes. Please, sit down. Good morning.
Morning, yes. Good, I'm not so sure about. I got about an hour's worth of sleep last night.
Bad dreams?
Oh, bad nerves. I was worried about facing my father at point-blank range and asking for that locket back, but don't worry, I'm going to do it.
I can't help but think that it might be a waste of effort.
We'll never know unless we give it a shot. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, I feel quite guilty in telling you I haven't slept so well in months, thanks to you.
Are you saying there's a fixed amount of sleep in the world and you got the Z's I missed out on?
No. I went to bed last night and for the first time didn't have to wrestle with all the unanswered questions of my mother's death.
Good, I'm glad.
I always had a sense there was more to the story than I knew, but having heard you tell the truth last night,
Look, you deserve to know the truth from the beginning. My father and I had put you through hell. Needlessly and selfishly, and I'll always be really sorry for that.
Well, I appreciate your honesty.
Good, because that's what you're going to get from now on. No more lies, no more lying. Let's just hope we can get the bishop in with the program.
Are you going to see him now?
Mm-hmm. And hopefully I'll be back before your coffee gets cold with your locket.
Well, wait, I have an idea. Perhaps I should come with you.
I don't know if that is such a good idea.
Well, it seems to me that he would be less likely to dodge the issue if he had to look me in the eye.
He could also totally shut down if he thinks we're ganging up on him.
I'm willing to take that chance.
I don't have any answers for any of this, Andrew. And as far as Ian Armitage is concerned, I think he's probably taking advantage of Maggie's innate sense of empathy.
I see. Because he lost his mother recently.
Yes. And the more she's around him, the more she...
She pulls away from you?
Yes. Has she said something to you?
Not in so many words, but you remember I told you that Cassie and I, we got snowbound at the ski lodge. Ian and Maggie were there. We got into discussion about families, fathers. When the discussion got to you, Maggie was something less than relaxed, which I thought was strange because you two have become closer lately.
Yes, well, Maggie and I have always had our disagreements.
Which is all the more reason why you've got to patch this up, whatever it is. You know, I've told you, I'm haunted by the memory of my father. I will never know how close we could have been because we put it together so late. And I don't want to see that happen to you and Maggie. There's got to be something that can be done.
I'm afraid it's not that simple.
I've got an appointment in the office. If you'd like to stay and talk about this, I'll be here.
Thank you.
All right.
Residence.
Daddy, is that you? I'm glad I caught you.
I was just leaving.
No, don't do that. Look, I need to talk to you. I'm coming over right now.
With a big project like this, the trick is to break it down into little projects so you can tackle one problem at a time, like location. We start here.
Why?
Well, think about it. Until you find the place you want, you can't do the invitations.
Because there'd be a nowhere after the where.
Right. So if you're holding off on the invites, there's no need to send out a guest list. So later on, once the where and the who parts are rolling, you can start on the what.
Okay, like the food, the music, and the clothing.
Exactly. It's simple.
Okay. I think you just made order out of total chaos.
Oh, you know, we got to start somewhere.
I don't believe you. Making me feel like I can actually pull this sucker off. Not that.
Hey, You pulling this off is not so far-fetched at all.
You think?
Hey, listen. Why don't you go put on something nice? I want to take you someplace.
Now, no, Drew, I can't. There are
Hey,
too many factors.
Come on. Who says business and pleasure have to cancel each other out?
Give me 5 minutes.
Hello?
Hello, Drew. It's Dorian. I just thought I'd check on how things are going.
Oh, right. The loving aunt who just left town, giving Kelly the total responsibility of this fashion show. Well, things are fine, no thanks to you.
I can sense your outrage all the way here in New York. I knew what I was doing. Kelly's a very capable girl. With the right guidance, if you get my meaning.
Meaning me.
Take this golden opportunity and get the golden girl. Nothing brings people closer together than a shared labor of love, even if it is just a fashion show.
Well, not to spoil this rosy picture you're painting, Dorian, but she's still in love with Joey, in case you haven't heard.
Well, you do as I say. And Kelly is going to forget all about Joe Buchanan. He won't even be in the picture. Just have fun. Goodbye.
Oh, you were right.
What?
You rewrote that headline. Made the whole story.
It practically is the whole story.
What did you just say?
Nothing. I'm not going to get into it with you.
Fine. The article's not bad, huh?
Oh, it's nothing like turning a cold-blooded murder into a love story.
Interviewing Alex was your idea, Blair.
Oh, but see, my idea was more along the lines of probing questions, in-depth answers, you know, journalism, Todd. But once again, you are all headline, no depth.
Now, this is just part 1. I still got part 2, 3, and 4. Hey, look, what Alex said is complicated. She seriously believes that she's not responsible for Carlo Hesser's death.
She said that.
Yeah. See, that's her line. See, in her world, she was so in love with the guy that she couldn't possibly murder him.
She fired the bullet that killed Carlo. I would say that that makes her somewhat responsible.
No, you see, that's her line, right? See, she was so much in love that she couldn't possibly call it committing murder.
She said that.
Yeah, she said, and I quote, "The only thing I'm guilty of is loving too much."
Oh, right. And I guess if I'm going 110 down Airport Road, all I'm guilty of is loving my car too much. Oh, please.
That's funny. No, that's funny. You should stick that in an editorial in the next edition.
No, what I should do is run it the same... You're doing it again. You are deliberately trying to suck me back into your life. Anything to keep me off balance, just like you did yesterday. Well, forget it. Forget it, Todd.
Look, Blair, I tricked you into coming into the sun, right? Okay, but I didn't trick you into staying all those hours once you got there.
I just wanted to finish what I started, that's all.
You like in-depth answers so much, you give me an in-depth answer. You tell me, if Dorian wasn't trashing me every second, you would think about coming back down to the sun and working for me, wouldn't you? Come on, tell me the truth.
Quit changing the subject, Todd.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're the one that pulled that little tricky prank yesterday.
All right, look, I tricked you, all right? I conned you. I lured you down to the sun against your better judgment. So what? All I did was get you away from Star for a couple hours so you didn't have a nervous breakdown.
Oh, no, no. What you wanted to do was to get me out of the house, Todd, so it looked like that I wasn't taking care of Star now that she's sick.
So what, you're saying this is all about the custody battle? Well, we all know who put that in your head.
Oh, come on. Dorian's just trying to protect me.
From what, getting along?
You're ridiculous.
No, I'm serious. Every time you and I try and do something to help Star, she rides out of nowhere like some unwanted cavalry and tramples all over everybody.
Don't blame Dorian for what's going on here, Todd. You're the one that's ruined every opportunity we've had
You go
here.
ahead. You put all of this on me, Blair.
Todd, all you ever try to do is lie to me and manipulate me.
You don't really believe that, do you?
Oh, Todd, I believe it because I'm living it every day alone and being very careful. Because it's very hard to trust someone who doesn't even know what trust is. And how can I be honest with someone who can't even be
Who
honest?
are you to try and talk to me like that? You're about as dependable as...
Stop
You're
this.
like the opposite of that.
Stop this! Todd.
Stop this, both of you. You two have a little girl who is terribly sick. If this is the way you are going to behave with each other, why in God's name would anyone lift a finger to help you? The breakfast specials are eggs Florentine and amaretto French toast.
Tough choice.
Could I see the lunch and dinner menus too, Renee?
You want to see all the choices?
Kelly and I are scouting locations.
We are. Locations are you guys planning on shooting a movie?
No. We're going to put on a fashion show. And we wanted to check out as many places as possible to get an idea of what's available.
Yeah, as far as food and ambiance goes. The show is a benefit to help find a bone marrow donor for my cousin Star.
Oh, yes, Vicki told me all about Star. Heartbreaking.
I know, but hopefully if we get enough people at the fashion show, we can really do a lot of good for her.
What a wonderful idea. You know, I am not going to bring you those extra menus.
Why not?
Because I'm going to go you one better. We are catering a huge affair this afternoon. I'm going to steer some samples your way. On the house, of course. And I hope you're real hungry.
Great.
I hope this is okay. I just felt like surprising you.
Well, yeah, it seems like that's all you're doing today. But I love it. I love the idea. It just keeps getting better and better. It's just,
What?
I don't get it. That's all. It's, you know, here you are, bailing out of your classes to help me out, but Star's not even your family. It's not your problem. Why are you bothering with it?
You know what, Ian? Maybe I should go in alone.
I thought we agreed we were going together.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I don't know that it's such a good idea. I think that maybe we should talk to her.
Maggie.
Daddy. You were going to take off before I got here, weren't you?
I'm running late. I have a cab coming
I
for
don't
me.
care. I specifically asked you to stay here so I could talk to you.
I seems to have become we.
This involves Ian, too.
I see I don't have much of a choice. Well?
I told him everything, Daddy, about St. Martin and Eleanor Armitage, how he moved her body and called the front desk. All of it.
Why?
I think you understand.
The betrayal of a confidence? No, I really don't.
The lies were getting out of hand, Daddy.
Bishop Carpenter, it was torture enough knowing my mother had died, but to have all the details remain a mystery made it far worse.
The mystery that we never cleared up, and it never should have happened.
And now there is the matter of the locket.
Daddy, we have no right to keep it from him.
Is that why you and my daughter went through my luggage?
Yes.
Andrew told you.
Yes, much to my dismay.
I take full responsibility. It was my idea.
No, no way. We both went in there with the same idea to get that locket back.
Well, you obviously didn't, or you wouldn't be here.
Why you want to keep it is a mystery to me, but it's just plain wrong, Daddy.
God's sake. I am my mother's only son. She loved me as I loved her. What right do you have to withhold something of hers that she intended for me?
Oh, man. You have to try this.
Try answering my question. Drew, this is my problem. Why are you making it yours?
I like beautiful women. And a fashion show will be crammed with them. Or at least one anyway. Besides, it's going to help save a kid's life, not to mention my sanity.
What do you mean by that?
Kelly, if I didn't help you, you'd be up all night pacing the floor with Dorian's faxes, moaning, I'm dead, I'm dead. I'd go nuts.
Okay. Pretty good reason. But you know what? Something's off.
What, with the food?
No, with the whole concept. Models, fashion, fancy food, it just doesn't do anything for me. What does glitz have to do with the saving Star's life?
Beats the heck out of me, but I'd get my blood tested any day to watch you run down the runway.
Thank you, that's very sweet of you. But you're saying that because we're friends, and you know me. Take Renee, for example. Okay, look how gorgeous she looks. And it's partly because she's beautiful, but it's also because you know her. We know her. Got it.
Got what?
The hook. Forget Manhattan models. How about using only Landview people? People everybody knows. Okay, imagine this. Jessica wearing funky beachwear. Maggie wearing a sexy sundress. Cassie doing the evening wear thing. Okay, Marty in a black dress, real sexy. Vicky and Dorian coming out in something stunning together.
Oh. That I would like to see.
Would you? I mean, seriously, Renee. Okay, if everybody in the fashion show were local women, they would come to see the friends, right?
Honey, I'd be there in a heartbeat.
Kelly, you're a genius. You don't need me anymore.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far. Okay, we're still not there. Look, knowing the talent is wonderful. That's very cool. Thing is, it can't be too familiar. It can't seem like a PTA night.
God forbid.
It has to be unexpected. It has to be different, edgy. You know, even the place, it has to be somewhere bizarre. No offense.
Oh, none taken. I think it'd be fun to cater an event someplace out of the ordinary. Where are you thinking?
This I have got.
What?
Come on.
Where are we going?
You want edgy? I'm going to give you all the edge you can handle. Excuse us, Renee.
See you later. Good luck. Here you are, hoping for help from the entire community for your daughter. And you are squabbling and bickering like 5-year-olds.
Just another day at the Mannings.
Precisely my point. You cannot afford to have even one more day like this if you want your daughter to receive the kind of support that she needs from Landview.
Come on, isn't that the point, Vicky? This isn't about Todd and me. This is about Star.
Well, of course it is. Obviously, Star is the one who is in desperate need of a bone marrow donor. But you two are her parents. And it is your responsibility to act as if you are capable of raising her, not just attacking one another.
Star is an innocent baby. People are not going to withhold help from her and punish her just because we don't get along.
You don't get the connection, do you, Blair? Look, you are hoping that people will come to have a blood test to become possible bone marrow donors for your daughter, in exchange for which you're going to give them a ticket to this very exclusive fashion show that we are having. Now, you tell me why anyone in their right minds would want to attend an event like that if you two, as the hosts, are going to spend the whole evening screaming at each other.
So you think we might have a little PR problem?
Uh-huh.
What do you want us to do, Vicky? Pretend otherwise?
Grow up. Both of you. Why do you have to pretend? Don't you two see eye to eye where Star's concerned? Wouldn't both of you sacrifice anything on this earth to see that she gets well?
You know that we would.
Well, of course you will. I know that because you love her. So I tell you what, why don't you put your priorities in order and give up all this bickering and backbiting and just work together to help your daughter? Do you think you can do that?
Your mother and I knew each other a very long time ago.
And that gives you carte blanche to keep the locket from me.
We were friends.
I get the distinct impression that it was more than that.
What was and wasn't is all in the past. But I will tell you this. It had been a very long time since your mother and I had been in touch. And then, one night she phoned me.
And wanted to see you.
I told him everything, Daddy.
You couldn't have told him how desperate she was. You couldn't have told him about the pain in her voice. So you know, I met her in St. Martin. But she couldn't tell you what her problem was. Well, she wasn't willing to at first. I could sense there was a heavy burden, and I didn't want to press it. So we reminisced about old times, got to know each other again. How very touching. Yes, it was. Your mother was a marvelous woman. She was full of sensitivity, and she was intelligent. Never more so than on St. Martin. And finally, she said to me that she was ready to talk. And she didn't want to do that in the lobby where we were, so we went up to my room. And she went to my window and looked out. And with the saddest smile I've ever seen in my life, said the shop, said that she thought I had a beautiful view. And then she collapsed. Within seconds, she was dead. That's how quickly the attack came. There was nothing I or anyone else could do. Except for cart her body off to her room and pray that no one recognized you. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Daddy.
Looking at you now, I know that I was wrong to have ever kept that from you. Please forgive me. And now I should go say goodbye to Andrew. Maggie?
Bye, Daddy. God, you finally got it back. Aren't you gonna open it?
I feel if I move my fingers, it'll vanish.
No, it's yours now. You've got it. Open it. Ian, what is it?
It's empty. I don't understand. I mean, I never saw my mother open the thing, but from everything she told me, there had to be something in here.
Picture of Paul or something.
There was something in here. As recently as this morning.
You think Daddy took what was in it?
Of course. It's obvious. How despicable. How cowardly.
I know why you might think that. I don't see him going that far.
Why not?
Because as cold and pompous as he is, he's still a man of faith, a man of principle.
Yes, but it depends on what principles and where his faith lies. I mean, we all know what a devout liar he is. Why wouldn't that be part of his creed?
Just be careful. Watch your step.
No kidding. When was the last time fresh air entered this place, Drew?
Give me your hand.
Look, you parked on just a faraway street. We crossed an old dock, and now you're bringing me into this cold, dark, weird place. Am I allowed to ask why? What is that?
I don't know. Just a box or something.
I have an idea. I think we should leave now.
Kelly, wait. Hang on a second. Hang on a minute. Come here. 20 minutes ago, you were going on about how you wanted something different. Amazing. How about something real? What do you think?
Come on, Vicky. Everybody knows that Todd and I get along. We're about as chummy as Charles and Di. I mean, why pretend otherwise?
You know what? Make an effort.
Vicky, the last time we made an effort, we had a yacht full of people, we had food, we had music. The next thing you know, the lights go out. We had this huge argument. Some guy gets shot in the head. That's the Blair and Todd people know.
Oh, you are so wrong, Todd. And as far as what happened on the big boat, we didn't kill Carlo, okay?
Yeah, but that was you and me screaming at each other, right?
Oh, that's because you finally admitted that you're the one that kidnapped my little girl.
Yeah.
And I almost
But I
killed
wouldn't
me
have
with worry.
done any of that if I hadn't seen you and Patrick doing the rug rumble
Oh,
when I got
that's
back.
pathetic.
I've had enough with both of you. I am going to the Banner, and I'm going to deal with some current news, and you two are going to stay here, and you're going to work this out. And when the dust settles, I would appreciate it if you would call me and let me know if you are willing to work together to save your daughter's life.
Ian, wait.
Don't follow me, Maggie. I am going to the nearest bar to have a very stiff drink.
You're not going anywhere until you calm down. I don't believe that Daddy is hiding anything from you.
What about what was supposed to be in this locket? I mean, I understand that you think that he's being honest with you because you're his daughter, but he is lying. I am sure of it.
You're not sure of anything. You're angry.
Then why would my mother tell me that what was ever in this locket would protect me, if there's nothing even in it?
Maybe she meant spiritual protection, not something literal.
Maggie, you yourself said that it was more than likely that there was something in here.
Right. Maybe she took whatever it was out years ago.
And maybe you have no idea.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Who can be sure? Whatever answers you're looking for died with your mother.
Maybe they went with your father to Baltimore.
Ian, please. You've got the locket back. Your mother's locket. Just... in a way, she'll always be with you. Try and find some comfort in that and just let the rest go.
Well, I'm glad that you and Maggie had a chance to talk. Are things better?
Oh, Andrew, I don't know if I'll ever be able to figure out what's going on with Maggie. I see they've gone.
Yes. Here's your cab. You got everything?
Well, I think so. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Anytime.
And your concern. There is one thing. Would you hold on to that for me for safekeeping?
And the envelope contains.
It's just something that I want you to hold on to in case of... It's for Maggie, in case of my death.
Your death?
Well, you know how Maggie is willful, and I just thought it would be best that somebody more responsible take care of it. I mean, she's forgetful, and it's nothing to worry about, Andrew. Will you just take care of it for me?
Of course. Yes. Of course I will.
Thanks.
Right.
Thank you.
All right. It's good to see you. Travel safely. See you soon.
I think abandoned warehouses are really cool. It's probably one of the 10 warning signs of insanity. Anyway, come on, let's get out of here.
Drew, you think I want to leave? You are crazy.
Don't tell me you like the place.
Like it? I love it. We are going to blow this town's mind.
Mm-hmm.
Picture it, okay? Tons of people in this place, strobes, lights, just going crazy, music pumping, and at the peak of the party, pow, fashion show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kelly Kramer. This evening, Kelly wears a dazzling green...
Red.
A dazzling red skirt.
Sarong.
Sarong, made of the finest imported something.
Silk.
I knew that. Silk. Is she a knockout or what, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank you.
Give it up, people.
Thank you, thank you.
Come on, let's hear it for the incredibly exquisite Kelly.
So?
So what?
So what do you think?
About what?
Do you think that we can get along for Star's sake?
Vicki wasn't talking about getting along. You weren't listening.
I was listening, Todd. I was here.
Yeah, well, maybe I just know her better, but she wasn't saying that we should get along. She's saying that we can't just pretend to get along. People are going to see right through that. They want the whole thing. They want the loving family jazz and the happy endings.
In other words, everything that we are not.
Right. So the question is, Blair, how real are you willing to make this look for Star's sake?
Well, I'm willing to listen to what you have to tell me, what you're thinking.
What I have to tell you is this. In order to get this fashion thing to work right, in order to find a bone marrow donor for Star, we're going to have to do more than just look like we're together. We're going to have to be together. So here's what should happen. I want you to go get Star and get out of Dorian's and move into the penthouse with me.